Guys, gals, welcome back to Step 1 Survival. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass, and I'm bringing something back that I did years ago. I did this kit. Now, this is supposed to be for cosmetics. It was Mary Kay, and they still sell these bags for those of you that are like, I've got to get me one of those. Once you see what I've done to this thing, you're probably going to be thinking the same thing. Why don't I have that in my bug out bag? Because if you think about it, if you had an organizer that didn't really cost a whole lot, and you could get it organized the way you like, just stuff it in there and you're done. And you can work on each individual pack. That's what's so cool about this thing. I'm going to take you over here. We're just going to go throwback today and into an old survival kit that I made probably like 6 years ago or something like that. It's been some time, but you're going to trip over it. I'll do kind of an overhead video for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. It's a Mary Kay bag that's used for like cosmetics and stuff like that. It's got individual pouches. You just open it up with the Velcro, and you've got a hanger here so you can hang it from something. And I know other people have adopted the idea of making something just like this but wider. But I did this probably, I don't know how many years ago. I know it's been a long time. This has been safely stored in one of my survival caches, and I was going to go through it and we'll just see what we'll unpackage it, we'll unstuff this thing and show you what all's inside of it instead of me stuffing it and then learning all about it. Let's see here. I'll turn this around like this real quick. Go through this one first. It's a nice pink background there. Let's slide this out of the way for a minute. Kind of do an unboxing. Alright, that's got jute cord and a bandana. Water purification. Now, a lot of this stuff that comes with survival comes with knowing something about survival. And if you're a survivalist and you practice the ways and know, sometimes you won't even have to carry anything with you because you know enough about survival that you're not really required to carry a whole lot. Like a bandana has hundreds of uses, and that jute cord alone would save your life. And it's hard to believe, like some of this stuff that people, it's long forgotten, and we show all these manufactured items that, well, you would buy. Why buy? You know, you learn some stuff. Knowledge doesn't weigh anything. You can take it anywhere. But it is good to have some backups, because it's like some of the most important items to have in the field is something simple as a knife. Having a knife in the field, you have the advantage over someone who doesn't have a knife, because you can't remanufacture that unless you know how to nap some rocks and stone and turn them into some type of, or like to make a ferro rod out of nothing, you would have to know how to find some chert and be able to find the two different stones to make that possible, to be able to make spark so you can make fire. So a lot of this stuff, I mean, it's added. That's kind of neat what I did there. I did that in the event that I want to hang this glow stick. I've got some cordage to hang that, and I always thought this thing was neat. Gosh, it's a blast from the past. How old is this eating tool there? CRKT. How old is that? There's a lot of knockoffs now. Oh, this is Kadan's water purification tablets. They're still sealed. I'm sure they work fine. What's this guy here? This was your Go Prepared Survival. This is their fishing snare kit. It works like a snare. When a fish bites, it flicks and catches the fish. That's pretty cool. That's a neat little tool. Yeah, it just flicks. And it's got bait in here too. It's got like some generic bait. Looks like everything's still intact. It's just been sealed up in a container, so there's no way for any of this stuff to be bad except for maybe the food. I'll probably have to recharge a battery. I think I've got an atomic lighter in that one that might require recharging. But what's this? Coffee filter. That works great. You know, water filtration is so easy. I mean, for a lot of things, like the bandana, this the coffee filters, that all goes with water. Collecting rocks, sand, you know, you get a good stack of what you need, and you're going to make yourself a good water filtration device. Okay, damn. Oh, is that still light? I remember these. That actually still works. Holy cow. It's just been in storage. These are magnetic. Clip lights. These Gator clip lights or something like that. Broadheads. These are from Cold Steel. Survival or Cold Steel. That's in their broadhead collection. You can get these way cheaper, but it comes with serrated edge you can use as a knife. Nail clippers. Most people don't forget to pack nail clippers. That is some 250 cord. 250 pound cord right there. And I got it. I put this on. This is a bread tie. I put this on. So I had to cut some slits in it. But I did this with a bread tie. See, you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff. You can make a lot of this stuff yourself. You know, and you don't need a survival book if you've got, you know what I mean, got it going. Now, that's all that. Let's see what the next one has. What's this guy here? I'll try to speed up the process a little bit. I know a lot of you are anxious to see. Wow. That's some fire starter. That's fat rope. I don't know how old that is, but that's fat rope. Just cut off a piece of rope, break it into pieces, and cook it up. It should ignite fairly quickly. This is a cool little kit. A buddy of mine sent this to me. A subscriber, years ago, sent me this. It's all handmade, except for the items inside. There's your magnifying glass for starting fires. You ever seen Lord of the Flies, right? Remember that. It's like a fire starting type thing. Then right here you've got your ferrocenium rod and your striker. So there's something else in here. And this is for when you have wet fire, you want to blow, you extend this, and you can make one of these from a giant antenna, or you can just buy them because they still sell them. But you blow right through here. Put this where you've got some fire going, and you want to get it hot again. Or you want to get a fire really hot. Also helps you can also forge stuff in the woods with you get a fire hot enough. But it comes out real cold and real fast out the other end of this, and it'll help get your fire going. I'll put all that back together in a minute. This is a hot plate, synthetic hot plate. So you don't have to carry a pot. If you've got one of these, it'll work as a pot. You can put this over your fire and you can cook bacon or whatever on this. But it's synthetic. I've actually tested this out. No matter how hot that fire is going to be, you know, if you create a little bit of distance there, you can put food on here and cook. Without having to, you know, scrounge around for a rock or something, you know. Just another cool item for those of you who want to create your own kits there. That's a neat little thing. I bet you that doesn't work. Yeah, that thing's probably going to get charged. Hadn't had sun in a while. I've got a mirror for reflecting, and this will recharge a cell phone. I haven't seen these around in a long time. I don't think they make these anymore. But these were kind of like new to the world when they come out. A lot of this stuff's prehistoric compared to, I did a lot of glow tape. That's glow in the dark tape, by the way, if you didn't know. Help you find, that's glow in the dark paracord so I could find this. But you set this out in the sun, it'll charge up. See, it's even got the old That's the old charging port. That's how old this thing is. But I've got the conversions here. So you've got the old one and the new one. And you got another one there for charging. A paracord bracelet. This has, oh my goodness, I remember making this thing. This is insane. Inside of this thing, it has like a full survival kit. There's like a commando saw and a bunch of other stuff inside here. It's so much crazy stuff. But I designed it so you could just rip it and just unravel the whole thing. And I think this is the one that had the knife. Yeah, because I did a flashlight, whistle, ferro rod. That's crazy. There's a little bitty little tiny. Oh man, there's tiny ferro rod. There's your little knife. That was so unique when I made it. I mean, to me, anyways. That was years ago. What have I got in this thing? I think this has got another commando saw in it. You can't have too many of those things, I'm telling you, as you'll go through them pretty quick. Sharpener, saw, bag to store your stuff, lighter, big lighter, sewing kit, lots of useful items in there. This is a towel. It's the size of a bandana. That's the UTS towelette. Strike anywhere matches with Veracinium rods. Those will burn through 2x4s. And it's just cotton and wax. You can see the wax. It's got wax in there as well. That's jute. Or no, cotton. As you work. Beeswax. Utility flame. Dang, I haven't seen this in forever. It's a flame gelatin, so you use it sparingly. You don't need a lot, but you can put it in wet conditions and get things going. Here's something I thought of before my time, before everyone else's time. I know a lot of survival kits. I mean, people automatically do this now, and I did it before it was cool. But that battery's dead. It'll have to get charged up. Another proof and point is like electronics. They're all well and good in survival situations. Like say you run up on the stranded car and you take the car battery out and you put the terminals together so that you can get a fire going. Okay, that's all well and good until that's not available anymore. That's like starting a fire using steel wool. You know, everybody wants to put the 9-volt battery on it and make it work, but here's the kicker. You can do the same thing to steel wool with a ferro rod. It'll still light the steel wool. So you don't have to do that. It's amazing what people they just don't know. I'm almost there to the end. Almost to the end. Let's check this guy out here. I'm not sure what all I did with this one. I know I put a medical tag on it because the gauze was important, I think. And I got a Sharpie, some protein bars. I don't know. It'd be funny to read the expiration. I think it's rubbed off. I'm not going to eat these. That's for sure. Yeah, you can't even read that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was like 2018. Told you it was some years ago I made this. Yeah, that one's done. I'm tossing those. Let's try and get some of this stuff out of here. This is a transpiration bag. This is used to extract water from tree limbs. You put this plastic bag around it, and you can also do a solar steel. That's where you dig a hole in the ground and you put a cup down there to catch your water, and you got some plastic over the top of it, and the water just kind of beads up on the plastic, but you got to kind of dip it down a little bit, kind of punch it down, and that water will sit and drip right into the bag. It'll start to form, it pulls it right out of the ground. There's your space blanket. That's wow, these are really good. Buffalo meat. That's buffalo. I'm pretty sure that's still good. This will last you the rest of your life. That would never expire, as long as it stayed in a nice, cool environment. But these are great for storing. That goes back with pectin. For those of you weirdos out there, Yeah, The Lost Waves of Survival. That book. I have that on Patreon too, by the way, for anyone who wants to download it. There's a little, one of the first rat tourniquets. Wow. Boy. What I got in here? This is probably garbage for sure. That looks like Tylenol. Yeah. Tylenol is okay, but it'll lose its potency. I always have to correct. People think I'm saying like aspirin. Now, aspirin, it gets the toxicity stuff. You got to look it up. You don't believe me, you're going to have to look it up. Trust me. Don't go believing what the AI tells you right off the bat. That looks like some bandages and some tape. I'm not even going to go down that road. Tylenol just loses its effectiveness. Aspirin, it can straight up kill you if it gets too toxic and you take it. Medical shears. Ah, razor blade. Forgot I packed that. Tweezers. Nice. I don't know what that is. Huh. And I got more of those. Wrap. Is that a suture? Yep, that's a suture. So I have a suture kit. Forgot I even threw that in there. Plenty of prep pads, wipes, bandages, toilet paper. Never know. This is for your other wounds, super glue. So I've got a kit of super glue in there. This is razor blades and electrical tape. And right here, man, think of the uses for all this stuff. You can go on and on. Liquid bandage. Just in case I, for some reason, pop this, I have liquid bandage right here. That's crazy. It's hard to believe some of the stuff that I collected in there. Let's come down to this one. Excuse me. Had a meatball sandwich. Burping it up. Okay. This is your flare gun. Just a flare gun. Flares. Right. There's your flares. It's just flares. That's rock salt. That's all it can shoot. So you can't get too crazy. You can only do rock until you do this. This is an adapter to convert to 22. You can get that online. You don't make it yourself. I bought mine online. It's legal. It's not illegal. That's another rock salt. You can only fire, right? It has to be low powder. And anything heavy duty will blow the backside off. Explode in your hand. But yeah, those, like 22 caliber, they're rimfire. So everything has to be off center. I keep trying to tell people this because most don't, they don't know any better. Now the reason why, like when you're shooting like a 22 pistol, you ever notice, like, for those of you that don't know, there's a little bite right on the side of the rim there. Doesn't strike in the middle. It's not center fire, so it doesn't strike in the middle. It bites it, okay? So when you do get one of these and you're like, why is it sideways? It's off to the side, to the right. Everything's to the right or to the left because the hammer won't bite unless it's, see what I'm saying? It won't bite that. So anyway, for those that didn't know, now you know. But yeah, emergency situations, you should have something for those immediate situations, because I mean, what if you're stranded, you're in the middle of nowhere, no one's coming, there's no phone call for help, no one's coming to save you, you are alone, and it's up to you to stay alive. And your knowledge is power, and knowing as much as possible helps you out. Knowledge is lightweight, you can take it anywhere. Think tactical, right? Think tactical. And thinking tactical is use your noodle. And situations where, you've just got a flare gun, it doesn't work like the movies. These things just barely flop out of there when they come out, okay? It's not coming at you like boom, where you see like things explode and everything. That doesn't work like that. It's just a flare gun. You can get these at Walmart. They're right there. The whole public can buy them. Anyone They're just a flare gun. That's all they are. They're not meant to shoot anything else. They won't shoot anything else. They do make adapters, and you can go to, I think it's SHTF Preparedness people. It's the, oh crap, I can't remember the name of it. They do that knife. They sell knives and stuff, so they send out magazines for it. Bud K, I think Bud K is connected with them, but they sell that stuff, and it's just the same thing, and it'll work the same. So you do have steel back here, but that's the only reason why it's possible. It's good to get tracers, you know, carry tracers. That's just, you're just shooting another type of flare into the air if you need to. Helps with small game or large game to be able to run them off so you don't get eaten, which is important. And that's what this is for too. So you can give that to the old nasty critter that's trying to eat you. Or you can use it as bait for your snare traps. And when you do your snare traps, there's a possibility you're going to need something to kill what's in your snare trap, like say a coyote or something like that that's out of control, and you're going to have to put it down so you can eat it. It's that simple. Well, that's it. Now I just got to put all this stuff back together. I'm going to update some stuff and charge some things, but overall she's good to go still to this day. It's a great little kit, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and gave you some ideas. Yes, they do still sell this kit. If you're wanting one of these, you can still find it on the internet. If my links don't work, use the internet. I'm sure you'll find one eventually. God bless, take care, and stay sane.